this is Miss Andrea with Not Another Homeschool Vlog, and today we're going to do another episode of This Week in Education News. So, a New Jersey school district suspended a teacher who allegedly told the student, "We don't negotiate with terrorists." That's better. Okay, so the New Jersey school district suspended an assistant teacher who allegedly told the student, "We don't negotiate with terrorists." Mohammed Zubi, a senior at Ridgefield Memorial High School, said the class was working on a project last Wednesday, and he raised his hand to ask if students could have more time to finish the assignment when the teacher allegedly responded saying, "We don't negotiate with terrorists." I understand the teacher was being funny and a bit flippant, but when you say things like that to a Muslim child, you're opening him up for bullying. So the assistant teacher, knowing they had done wrong, came up to them a few minutes later and patted them on the back and said, "He didn't mean it like that." Like what? You know what you meant. So a Texas House committee to investigate school district books on race and sexuality. Apparently, we can't talk about race at all. At all. If you remember last time, I said that we can't have books about the Holocaust without having books of dissenting views. Still not sure what that means. And if anyone else wants to unfollow my channel because I've said that, here we are. There is a 16-page list of 800 book titles that they want to know if the district has these books, how many copies, and how much money they spent on the books. Titles include The Confessions of Nat Turner, that's a book on slavery, I believe. Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates, that's a Black playwright. Hood Feminism, Notes from Women That the Movement Forgot. Caste, Origins of Our Discontent. So these are all ethnic books. They have a problem with that. And then they want books on teen pregnancy, abortion, homosexuality. They want to investigate those. Krause, a Fort Hood lawmaker and founding member of House Freedom Caucus, is running for state attorney general against Ken Paxton. They declined comment, and they have no explanation as to why they want these books investigated. But that is what they want. So the school that asked parents to quarantine their children for 30 days. This Florida school has reversed course because if they aren't going to let children attend for 30 days because they are vaccinated, then they also can't have that money. And that's about the net and net of that. They're basically claiming that vaccine shedding is a thing. So if you get the immunization, that you're shedding virus and making other people sick, and that whole thing about the vaccine causing sterilization. I can't. This is local to me. McDonough Middle School, student stabbed to death in fight. I don't live in McDonough, but if I can drive there in 30 minutes, it's local, right? A McDonough Middle School is mourning the loss of one of its students who was stabbed to death over the weekend. A couple of teens kind of plotted to do it. It was over a cell phone. And that's just super sad. A Gwinnett County mother says a high school teacher hit her son. Just hit him. I hate these pop-ups. These pictures have nothing to do with these stories. Snellville, Georgia. They spelled Snellville, Georgia wrong. This is super local. A slap in the classroom is caught on camera, and a Gwinnett County mother wants answers. She said the teacher at South Gwinnett High School hit her son, and she has video to prove it. She wasn't arguing with a child. She was arguing with another child. And for some reason, unbeknownst to anyone, looking for the video. I don't think this is the video. She turned around and she hit the child in question. So here's my problem. Here's the big deal. School board members across the country are being threatened because they're on the school board. That is it. We're having a problem where people aren't allowed to function in any kind of way if a certain contingent of people don't agree with it. And I've always been one to live and let live and feel the way I feel and, work toward what I think is right. Karen Watkins works in supply chain management and has 2 children in public school in Gwinnett County. She's one of those moms who has always been very involved in her kids' education. So much so that local officials urged her to run for school board last year. They said, this is probably going to be a good thing for you, and you can probably make a difference. But I didn't realize it came with a package. A big package, she says with a rueful laugh. She wasn't prepared for the blowback that set in as soon as she put up her Facebook page to announce her campaign. She was inundated with messages like, you have sold your soul to Satan. You are greedy and deceitful. You have no part with the truth. And Karen, here's some news for you. The Democratic Communist Baby Killer Party doesn't have any values. If you disagree what I stand for, then say to me, I disagree with that thing you said. Please don't gaslight me with things that A, are unfounded, and B, things that have no basis in reality. Yeah. All over the country, school board members who are typically volunteers or serve for small, little tiny stipends have indeed been placed in the front line of a national culture war. And this is a dangerous culture war, and frankly, I'm sick of it. Protesters are mobilizing against masks, vaccines, LGBTQ rights, removing police from schools, and diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. In early October, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland directed the FBI to meet with state and local authorities to create strategies for addressing threats against school administrators, board members, teachers, and staff. Our school board's not safe. Our principals aren't safe. Our teachers aren't safe. And that means our students aren't safe. And this is why we homeschool. And this is why so many families are just opting to just go ahead and homeschool, at least until the smoke clears. Why a wave of homeschooling in New Hampshire, something. Why some New Hampshire parents are homeschooling their kids for a second year. Morning Report, get the vax or homeschool. I'm not going to tell people they have to vax. I'm not going to tell people they can't vax. I'm going to do what's right for my family and hope people do the same. I'm also going to mask. because there are people who aren't vaxxing. And I consider people who aren't vaxxing, who want to be in my personal space, to be a danger to me. But I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. I'm just going to live my life. Okay, this is not true. My word. Biden is not weaponizing against homeschooling. Like I said, I'm all for homeschooling. I'm against the rhetoric. Just teach your kids. Help them be good people. Help them make good decisions. Help them to understand information and disseminate and interpret. Yeah, that's all I have. Until next time.